Have you ever wondered, do I really need all this insurance on these older vehicles? What would happen if these vehicles were totaled out? Would I need help replacing them? Well, in today's video, I'm here with Rob from Concierge Insurance Group, and that's exactly what we're answering. So if you live here in the state of Georgia and you have teen drivers, then this video is for you. So let's get started. But before we do, make sure to share, subscribe, and like to the channel below. All right, Rob, so today we're talking about, liability versus collision coverage on a vehicle. When does it make sense to have one versus the other, especially with teen drivers? People are probably trying to save on cost and they think, oh, if I don't put collision here, it's going to save me significantly. But is it?
Well, you have to kind of look at what your biggest risk is. I mean, nobody wants to lose money on a car that their kid happened to get into an accident with. But when it comes to collision, the big thing you want to look at is how much am I paying for that collision coverage and how much is that car worth? We run a number, basically, if it's about 10 or 20% of the value of the car is what you're paying in collision coverage, then you probably don't want to have that. You probably can drop that, absorb that cost if something was to happen in that case. But one thing you don't want to do, and a lot of people make this mistake, is they want to bring that cost down, so they drop their liability coverage. And well, let me just drop that liability coverage down and I can get my rate down. You want to be really careful about that, because that is probably the greatest risk that you run, is your kid or even you get into an accident you didn't mean to, but God forbid somebody got hurt really, really badly, and now their attorney's coming after you, and you had $50,000 in coverage. And once it hits that $50,000, the insurance company goes, hey, we're done, and they come after you. So you want to make sure that liability coverage stays high, so if something like that happens, you're covered, because that really is your greatest risk.